This episode was filled with a lot of activity and a heated debate. Who saw it last night? It was quite engaging, wasn't it? I'm just about to discuss the Solana ETF's timing. Stablecoin Ripple's overall perspective, what we're examining before we discuss the costs. Please take a moment to relax and unwind, and then let's dive right in. I've got everything you need in this episode. Even though last night's softball semifinals, despite being down 4, we managed to escape. We had an outstanding team, we made a comeback, matched the score, and lost 3. When we returned, we increased our lead to 4, then lost 8. However, heading into the final inning, we were playing beautifully from base to base. Oh, my friend Brayden was so safe, we were able to play at the plate as we advanced from base to base. I mean, it was nothing like what the US called me out on. I have no idea what he was trying to find. Most likely, he wants to leave. We kind of botched the inning we called and ultimately lost by 3, but it's been a fantastic season. Are you planning to repeat this next year? I believe the new league begins in September or October. We comprehend the situation and promptly return to the field. Jack my knee up, I did. It was a catastrophic event. The entire structure broke apart and collapsed onto the 3rd floor. Despite the chaos, we were still here, and the shower was extremely uncomfortable. It feels better on Friday, don't you think? Don't worry about it. Bitcoin 61.63 currently, Ethereum trades at 3,447, up 1.37% from the previous day's close of 69, or 69%. Both the US dollar and US dollar cash are trading at their current levels. I apologize, but XRP has a mean lean total of 47 cents, and its dollar pegs are exactly where we want them to be. 99 cents. Cryptocurrency market capitalization, $2.311 trillion today. Solana's price surged from approximately $136,138 to $145, primarily due to the announcement of the formation of an ETF for the cryptocurrency. For a while, I've been advocating for Solana. Yes, we did miss the simpler times when there were just 2 digits, or whatever the issue was. We have not yet fully resolved the situation. As I see it, I told you that the ultimate Solana could cost up to $2,000. Okay, people, feel free to laugh, but if we do a 10x calculation, that's exactly where this item could go for $145 right now. 10 places this at $14.50 on that 145 times scale. I'm telling you right, this item has an immediate 10x value, with the potential to fetch us a 15x value or more. I'm now overindulging in Solana, so I'll probably buy more of it. Given that it had that, I believe it does resurface somewhat. The ETF pump remains in place, but I believe that once everyone understands that, it will come back into play. Once it exits the system, it undergoes a thorough examination. I believe we won't be able to make significant progress. If you don't already own a whiskey set, I believe you understand that the 130s could be the ideal price range for this item, contingent on whether Bitcoin maintains these levels. Now is the time to acquire them. We're down because we sold out of a few more yesterday. Only the 1920s will have any remaining stock of the beloved whiskey sets. It's wonderful, don't blame them. A lovely set with complimentary delivery. My dog has just entered the room, huffing and puffing from anywhere in the world. And laugh and dance as usual. LEL states, I anticipate a massive Bitcoin dump to begin. It will be terrible this weekend. For you, it's beneficial, LEL. He typically replies, honestly, Bitcoin 57 to 60,000 is your region. That's where you should have loaded up. If at all feasible, we should go back there one more time. Though getting Bitcoin down to 60,000 won't take much, this is about to end. As I already mentioned, we will start looking for the push-up in July. Despite its relocation, I mistakenly thought it happened in June. We have made the necessary changes and are currently planning for the markets to open in July. H2 is going to be one of the most bullish years in cryptocurrency history, but time is getting short. That's how simple it is. You people don't realize how much money is sitting on the sidelines right now, waiting to leap into the amount of money that is going to come into play in these markets, but they will blow up. These markets will develop into something. We anticipate reaching a total of 4.5 to 5 trillion before the end of the year, with the potential to reach 7 to 10 trillion. It's a powerful phenomenon, unlike anything you've ever witnessed. Consider the location of your favorite assets about the cryptocurrency market cap. Indeed, Bitcoin was valued at that time, the value of Bitcoin was $160,000. Its intended destination. We successfully moved Solana from XRP3 to 650 at Ethereum 10K without any issues. We are currently analyzing the chart because XRP still needs to break above 75 cents. Until we break 75 cents, nothing will change. After that, we'll be able to determine where we stand. Despite its poor performance and lack of boost, this thing is moving and will soon rise. We are closely monitoring the 75-cent target. As we get closer to $1 at year's end, its value will rise. Many of you and I are planning to travel in 2025. I don't think 2025 is the year for all coins, especially late bloomers. I like XRP, but as time progresses, I believe RIP is becoming increasingly accurate. I'm not trying to be offensive. Follow the plan, the data is accurate. People despise one of the best players I've ever partnered with because he reveals information to his targets that they don't want to hear. Do you wish to pay attention? I understand. I want to hear them, too. We want to hear that XRP will reach an all-time high by the end of the year and that it will reach $10 this year. However, the charts do not support that claim. The charts are ready for the next step. That's 75 cents. Until we reach 75 cents, nothing can change the price of XRP. After that, we can check the chart for our next range. Currently, the schedule includes a short break, holding 75, moving up to 150, and staying there for a little while. If we end the year above 75, we'll aim for 3 to 650 regions once we move past 150. Our targets will then shift to the $150 level, and a double-digit increase in XRP is what we're looking at. We still have one target, and when I mentioned this in February, people thought I was crazy because they assumed XRP would have already reached its peak. Sadly, that isn't what the data is showing us. Carolina, is this Keith, the TA I mentioned earlier? He states observe the difference in expression between Biden's and Trump's eyes as they communicate. He continued, saying, "You'll see where I'm heading with this election. Some are going to kill the others, while others will close." Blockchain returned to say, "This was the earliest presidential debate in history. Presidential debates usually take place until late. The person taking a short nap is probably already known to you. You witnessed it in June, but it happened in September and October for a reason." He's correct. Now that the show has begun, why is it happening? Yes, it seems as though there is a significant story behind why we are witnessing the presidential discussion at such an early stage. Is this accurate, or do they have a specific plan in mind? Simply does not compute. It doesn't add up. Solana, there you have it, people. ETFs will soon be available. They successfully filed their official Solana ETF application. Solana under Trump, Solana's ETFs, and SOL have a genuine chance to become significant crypto assets. A trader claims that under the Biden administration, Solana doesn't seem to be getting near to launching his own exchange-traded fund, ETF, in the U.S. Nevertheless, market firm GSR claims that if Donald Trump wins back the presidency, it may be closer than many think. Observers anticipate a significant price rise. Observers anticipate that the price will rise significantly more than Bitcoin did following its approval as a spot ETF. Solana, I'm telling you, you know? I understand what you're thinking. That's a whopping $145. For $145, I can obtain a lot more XRPs. I don't care how much, I get it. If you own a cryptocurrency, it doesn't matter how much you own. Here's the game. How many XS is that cryptocurrency going to do, even though you have an unlimited amount of XRP, if it only yields a 2x return and you only have 10 Solanas, but those 10 Solanas are yielding a 10x return? You have gained more money with Solana. You understand the need to break this pattern. You need to break free from that behavior. I spent a significant amount of time trapped there. Jesse Puh, a co-founder of Kraken, gave $1 million. It's noteworthy, primarily because of Donald Trump. Your observations show that many of these people have switched to voting. When it came to Trump, or, bringing up his name, nobody would speak about him or bring it up because they were afraid to talk about it. I believe many of them actually voted against him. This represents the ludicrous. This highlights the absurdity of the situation, particularly in Hong Kong, which has been actively preparing for the launch of the Ripple stablecoin, RLUSD, for some time now. Hong Kong seeded a stablecoin sandbox this year, and over the past 18 months, it has essentially gone global, collaborating with Circle, Ripple, Visa, and Alibaba of the world to ensure that the government is up to date on regulations and has clear guidelines to approve various institutions, thereby facilitating stablecoins. Let's talk about how crucial the stablecoin world is to the larger cryptocurrency ecosystem and how susceptible it is to our influence. I believe that there is a stablecoin in use everywhere. Control is crucial to us in many ways, as you may have observed from your seat in Silicon Valley. We need to make significant progress in the game, especially considering that Hong Kong, where I am currently based, was only introduced this year. Over the last 18 months, the stablecoin sandbox has expanded globally, collaborating with Visa, Circle, Ripple, and Alibaba worldwide to ensure that the government is monitoring regulations and establishing clear guidelines for various institutions to approve stablecoins. Therefore, I believe that stablecoins are very necessary for the long-term financial ecosystem. If we just let other people define what stablecoins are in cross-border payments, that's really not good. To catch up to MiCA in Europe, or to Hong Kong or Singapore, which already have very clear legislation supporting it, we need to get our act together. We all know that there are exciting and critical times ahead for stable Ripple coins. It will use up a portion of the shared tether. I'll likely take a small amount of USDC, but what will the stablecoin's purpose be? Here, Ripple is pulling a power play. That is just one aspect of a larger picture. The stablecoins line item holds greater significance. I have a strong impression that Ripple was in discussions with these governments and banks, and they expressed a preference for using a stablecoin. What makes a stablecoin so appealing, as opposed to a cryptocurrency asset that always correlates a new coin to $1? Furthermore, it leverages XRP as it functions on the XRP ledger.